After saving Absalom from a threat by the Whispering Tyrant and their servants festering within the grisly fair, our heroes took the fight to the Gravelands. Although they achieved victory over one of the tyrant's most powerful servants, it came at a dreadful cost, and they went their separate ways. A year has passed since then, and our heroes find themselves drawn together once again. Mysterious arrow cards have appeared in their possession, and the cards seem drawn to one another, pulling them back to the city of Absalom. The cards want to be whole once more, but their presence and their power is not unknown to everyone. As various groups mobilize to take them for their own, our heroes will find themselves drawn to a conflict, not just with these forces, but for the fate of Galarian itself. The cards have been dealt. Welcome to Stolen Fates. Hello everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Obscura presents Stolen Fate!
Yar! Oh wait, no, that's not that one.
Also, welcome to the Scuff. Yeah, look.
Everything is awful.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
So, by way of explanation, just quickly, hi. So NVIDIA recently updated its drivers and stuff and in particular broadcast, which is what I've been using in the past to like filter my voice so it sounds a little bit better. So with their latest update, they were like, you like AI, right? We're just going to stuff this new update full of AI, and any graphics card that's older than like 2 years is just going to stop fucking functioning with it.
That sounds like NVIDIA.
Right?
Yeah, no, it does sound like NVIDIA, doesn't it? So, long story short...
I'd like to point out,
yeah?
market manipulation and deliberate stock shortages were part of their profit strategy during 2022, 2023.
Yeah, no, look, it's... So I'm... Long story
just
short...
the crypto bros.
NVIDIA pretty much broadcast caused my entire OBS system to lock up, so I had to do a complete clean reinstall, which meant all the profiles and all the scenes that had already been done up had to be deleted.
Neat.
Now, remember, always back up your stuff. Because I did not.
Yo.
So that's been my last 24, 48 hours, something like that, getting everything fixed and sorted again. But other
22
things...
hours.
Yeah, 24 hours. It's only been since last night. God. But I've been stressing about that, but we're good. It's all good. We're here now. And also, in case you didn't see Wednesday night, I have a new, streaming avatar for Deaton.
What? Deaton jiggles?
Yeah, he got that jiggle. It rolls.
Man,
He has jiggle physics now.
He must have terrible dice results if he's jiggling. Not even a balanced dice. No wonder he always crits birds.
Coming soon in the DLC for Dead or Alive, Deaton.
Dead by Daylight, Deaton edition.
God, Deaton as
You're
a killer.
all birds.
Deaton as a killer just turns you all to animal companions. Oh shit. But
I mean,
now this begins. You can all talk amongst yourselves.
How was your guys this week?
are you doing this out of courtesy, or are you doing this so that you can get other people to talk before you say your piece?
You know, I just want everyone else to be able to have an opportunity to talk about how their week was.
My week was so good. I got a hot date and got accepted into law school.
Wild.
Wow,
because
that's
the
impressive,
same
Nick.
exact thing happened to me, Nick.
Jeez.
Weird, and I
that's so
tried to
weird.
get Matt some Magnus barrels.
Oh
So
yeah.
Matt can build his Ac Magnus.
Maybe? I'd have to check
And
to
then
see.
we got 2 Magnus barrels in the same drop.
Fun.
and it's appreciated.
Not fun.
No,
Because
super
we
not.
squandered 100 void traces into relic. Because you can't get both of them. You can only get one each.
Just Warframe things.
Yeah.
Gambling.
But-
no, not gambling.
Speaking
I
of
don't know. I'm
hydrate,
pretty sure cracking cabbages is gambling.
a little bit
It
maybe.
doesn't cost you anything though.
No, that's true. Just costs you time.
Yeah.
But
And sanity.
Grind.
very much sanity. Speaking of hydrate, so I believe it was last week we had a throne goal up to get some new emotes for the channel. And that was pretty much done and successful in pretty much that night as I was talking about it. The commission has been put in for the 3 new emotes. One of them is going to be a drowning emote for Deedon.
Yay.
So whenever someone does the hydrate, you know, people can spam the emote if they like. The second one will be one in which when a crit happens, there'll be an emote for that. I've pretty much left that up to Pixel to do, because I kind of trust them as an artist at this point. And the third one is going to be a horrible surprise for later.
All right, Mickey.
But
Eldritch tentacle version of Deedon.
well, no, Nick knows what it is.
Oh, boo.
What? I had to talk to someone about it. Jeez.
Despite them all being my suggestions, no one else said anything. Ugh.
I did a poll and a whole 3 people or something voted.
I voted.
And I appreciate it.
I didn't remember what I had voted for until I saw that the poll had closed.
I voted for Matt 20s, I believe.
I believe I did as well.
Yep, something for crits.
Well, I said something for crits because I want to be running systems other than Pathfinder 2 in the future. And those systems have crits that aren't based on a D20. So,
Non-D20 based systems?
Right?
What are
I'm
they?
actually
Dying
joining-
every session?
I'm actually joining a non-D20 based system. I'm joining Cyberpunk Red.
yeah,
Cyberpunk Red game.
looking
For a
forward to
moment,
it.
I thought you were going to validate me and say Call of Cthulhu.
No, I love Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu is my favorite system to run.
Right?
That's what I was referencing. You know, dying every session.
I actually had a campaign that only had 1 character death, and we were going for a whole school year.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we died immediately.
Yeah.
We had 1 character death, and it was because they decided to pull on some gangsters that had Tommy guns, and they died. And then, technically in the very final session, we had 2 more character deaths, but it's the final session.
Yeah, look, they don't count. Not in Call of Cthulhu. Not in Call of
Like-
Cthulhu.
They
Oh,
died to
Right.
a Shaggoth. And you know what? That's on them.
I do have to ask chat, how am I sounding? Am I sounding okay? Because like I said, I'm not using NVIDIA stuff anymore. And I gotta say, my computer is responding to it a lot better.
Matt has now suddenly unlocked the ability to play Monster Hunter Wilds.
And all it took was disabling broadcast. What? What? Speaking of Monster Hunter, sounds good. Excellent. Speaking of Monster Hunter, I do want to do a one shot of Wilder Feast in the future. Just kind of celebrating Monster Hunter Wilds because I want to play it, but 1, can't afford it, and 2, my computer's not going to be able to run it. That's not happening.
You got a PlayStation?
That's probably how I'm going to do it if I get the opportunity to. I've just got too many other things that I need to spend money on first. As it goes.
Only there was a way.
Yeah, but I got to finish my Pokemon Infinite playthrough first.
Sure you do. You can't do both?
I don't have that much time in my week, unfortunately. I gotta take one night off a week.
I believe it's called alternating.
Or I could just do a long-ass stream. Go from Monster Hunter to Pokemon Infinite. We have options. I'll think about it. It's fine. How about we do character introductions, though? Because I've been yapping long enough.
Character what?
Character introductions. You know, like this. Bow!
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm Mata Maxwell in chat. I'm Bao Saiying, the Yagwai champion of Sun Wukong. I'm eating my dinner.
I mean, you got what you paid for, Matt.
Look, Nick's worth every penny. Korgar?
That's a character. That's a character that I play, and I am Sam. That's what I do. And now that we're level 15, I can get even bigger.
Bigger?
I can get even bigger.
See, that's what we like to see. And
except in rooms where I won't fit.
yeah, that you'll just have to
Last
pick a
time
small
that
thing.
happened, Utonius died.
Wait, are you trying to guilt me into keeping you away from enclosed spaces?
No,
No.
It's just everyone was around me, so I couldn't expand. I was stuck.
There's a joke there, but we're not going to get into it. Whisper?
Stuck between a corpse and a hard rock.
No.
You're welcome.
You want to say it, but you're not going to, are you?
Low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Leo. I play Whisper. She's a monk. She's a KO. She punches things. She's a little bit kooky. I wasn't here last week, so forgive me for sucking.
I mean, you didn't do too bad.
You stole a card,
You did, in fact, steal a card.
which I believe is technically illegal. As any attempts to steal cards or lose cards will return them to the bearer.
And as we've kind of established already, the rules are kind of wobbly.
Whoa, wibbly wobbly, cardy waddy. You know, that's not quite as interesting.
It's co-protagonist privilege.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's like how NPCs get NPC bullshit.
Yeah. Heroes get hero bullshit. That's how it works.
Darn heroes.
In the same way pirates get the booty. These are the rules of the narrative. Far be it from me to break them. Illustrana!
Hi, I'm Juliet. I play Illustrana. She is an elf rogue, and she definitely is a rogue and not like a cool ass bird knight. Don't believe the propaganda. She's the roguiest rogue to have ever rogued.
Yeah.
Um,
You're the one who
I-
spreads the propaganda.
I use
Do not believe
All
my
of
own
my
propaganda. Yeah.
I used all of my luck this week, so I'm expecting Butonius and Illustrana to die tonight.
So when she said she's an elf, don't believe it, because that may be soon different.
It could be. She might be turning into a goblin tonight.
Elves invented stolen identities.
You know, I believe that. As for me, hello, hi, the voice you're hearing is mine. I am Obscura, and the lovely visage you see before you is my Eldritch buddy, Decent. We're kind of in a shared body situation, but it makes us a better GM all round, because, you know, strength for unity, etc., I guess. But tonight, we're going to be running Stolen Fate, and I have to ask a very ominous question. Who remembers what happened last week?
Weird definitely does.
Yep,
We killed some more demons.
you did.
We killed a big robot.
You did.
Killed a big robot.
Oh, I don't have a villain point.
And then
Got denied getting the robot to kill an edgy boy.
and then there were some people who wanted to yap to us.
Yep.
And boy, did he yap.
One of them was, I believe, Arushale. I believe Arushale showed up, and she was awesome and beautiful.
Boy, did she yap.
And then there was an evil guy, and he showed up, and we were like, dude, you're evil. And Bao was like, but he's chaotic. And we were like, but he's evil.
Chaotic?
No, that doesn't exist. It's either business. Fuck, what was it?
Sorry.
Straight business, straight chaos, or straight disaster.
So actually, he's disaster gay. So, but yeah.
I can't get past the was just being straight business and it just making perfect sense.
But
Business straight. Yep. No, that is true.
We denied him because he's like homies with demons, and we are anti-demon.
Are you?
So he's from Cheliax.
Illustrana is. Illustrana's very anti-demon.
Well,
Illustrana's anti-demon until they become hot and then pretend like they're not demons anymore.
Arushale's not a demon.
okay. First things first. Let's show this guy. Does he look evil to everyone?
Yes.
Does he look evil?
Yes.
He has the oiliest hair.
Armor. Show his skull armor, Matt.
Matt, no one with that. He looks like that guy from the Alice in Wonderland movie. What's his name? Nick would know
Johnny
this.
Depp?
No,
the cool one.
Jack of Hearts.
No, is that what was he? Jack
Yeah,
of
the guy
Hearts?
with the eye patch.
Yeah.
The guy with the eye patch, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was something else.
Played by Crispin Glover.
Who would be in charge of a hot topic?
He looks like a man who would be arrested for trying to seduce minors in a hot topic.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, he's got that very archetypal villain haircut
He does.
of like, I am a dark and broody man, but not of the one that makes people sweat.
He has permanent helmet hair. Because
He needs to wash his hair.
Oh god.
I hope he's not wearing that hair raw against a helmet. That you need a hat between those two things.
Well, obviously he would. He's a sophisticated knight that knows these things.
Sure he is.
He would know better than the GM, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, you need a hat, an arming cap is what they're called.
I thought that was just
And
built
it's
into
like
the helmet.
It's like a little bonnet.
Okay.
No, usually they're independent.
Oh, well, there you go. I learned something new today. But, one, not specifically evil. And
Yeah, because evil doesn't exist anymore. I bet he's fucking sanctified unholy, though.
Good bet.
fuck.
Yeah, you know what happens when you're sanctified unholy and a champion? You get access to cool class feats.
Evil bullshit. You get to make your
Evil
horse
horse.
better.
You do get to
Yeah.
make your horse better. I wonder if I should give him mythic
Paizo's
levels.
like,
Please
don't.
Mythic levels. We don't
Matt,
have
if
mythic
you
levels.
give him mythic levels, you give him damage resistance. We literally have no way to counteract.
Get good scrubs?
Because the only way to deal damage with something that's got mythic resistance is with a mythic weapon, which we don't have,
No.
or or being mythic yourself.
Maybe we should get a mythic weapon.
Well, to be fair, Bao isn't far off of getting a mythic weapon.
What?
Me?
What?
The Staff of Sun Wukong. It's like a level 18 item or something. If that's not... Oh, did I just hear tapping of a keyboard?
Oh no, that was actually me. I was fidgeting with something. It was not tapping.
It's just like that,
That
exists.
sounded
What
like
the fuck?
nails on a mechanical keyboard.
Just immediately type, what is this shit? But no, look, he had a. I don't want to. No, actually, he had a pretty reasonable.
No,
He
Yeah,
was trying to proposition us.
a little
it
bit.
was not reasonable.
It was reasonable. He was
It
like,
was not reasonable.
truce, ceasefire. We stop fucking up each other's shit for now until we both have all the cards in our possession, and then we just have a throwdown in controlled circumstances.
And I said, "Fuck you."
He also, no. He also said, yeah, that invasion, that was us, but we don't like that guy because he did it before we wanted him to.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Which means it's still intentional. It's just that their plan backfired and they needed a different option.
Well, no, it's more that he wanted to give you a chance to surrender first. Whereas the Prince of Wolves
Point
just kind of
still stands.
I
He
don't know.
expected they could win.
Surrender.
They lost, and they're like, "All right, let's make sure that they can't interfere with us because they know we know that they're going to win in those circumstances now."
We know they're gonna kick our ass.
It's like the Pathfinder Society. We fucking stomped them so hard they stopped showing up in the plot for the time being.
Oh my god! And he was like, "Oh, we can help you raid the Pathfinder Society. Like we need help."
Yeah, as if we need help kicking the Pathfinder Society again.
I mean, you probably will.
Just
Nah.
for reference for anyone that's watching, we're not knocking Society play. We're just knocking the Pathfinder Society because it's fun to do.
I don't think I've had a single actual play group that's been like, oh yeah, no, we're down with the Pathfinder Society. We like them.
I would like them if I had access to any of their stuff, but I don't.
In one of my upcoming campaigns, I'm going to be playing as a member of the Pathfinder Society.
See, you've done
sorry
that
to
a
hear
couple
that.
of times.
Shattered Star.
Yeah. Look, I have considered playing a character that is a member of the Pathfinder Society, like has the Pathfinder agent archetype and everything. I've decided against it every time though, because I don't get to be a
You
player.
could
all-
literally
archetype.
run it like as a pseudo Monster Hunter setting.
Well, I've considered
like-
doing it in Pathfinder Society because the archetype
Yeah.
is available to anyone who plays Pathfinder Society, and it's just like, yeah, but though,
It's not a very good archetype.
I think
But
it's
my class
good.
feats.
Yeah, it's more. I would have to give up my class feats, and I actually like those. Hence why I use the free
Which
archetype
is
rules.
exactly what free archetype is for.
But look, Justin had some good points. He had some bad points, and you pretty much told him
And some
to
more
go
bad
jump.
points.
Bow didn't.
And I was about to say, Bow, you were like, "Hey, maybe we should meet up for drinks later."
Yeah.
That was like, "Hey, do you want to meet up for drinks later?"
I
Wink,
promise
wink.
it's not treasonous.
You literally, you know what? We don't know.
Bros kiss.
Mwah.
We don't know that Bao has built a government undermining
Crypto?
society room.
Need to remind
Back of
you,
her pub.
girls' night.
Girls' night. Well, this is one of the things I wanted to open up with for this session in particular. Because, Whisper, you weren't there last week. And you've kind of been given the broad strokes of what he said. I'm kind of curious what Whisper's opinion on the entire thing is.
Whisper would consider him to just be untrustworthy. Literally, like, anything he says after, hey, we were going to send these people after you and they jumped the gun, it's like, but you were going to send them after us. That kind of implies that you don't like us. So why
3 to
should we
1.
do anything for you?
3 to 1. Bow's outvoted. We hate the guy.
Well, you don't have to hate him. You just have to.
Illustrana dies.
This is diplomacy. It's not about who you hate. It's about who you're not allied with. And you all have decided not to ally with them.
personally hates him.
Just check that one real quick. No, we hate him.
I'm trying to think if there was any other major things, because Urushalay pretty much was just like, hey,
Smooch me later? Oh, wait.
no, it was more along the lines of, hey, we have casualties were kept to a minimum. Good work. You did good.
We saved all of our defense points.
Ash, I can't do pixelation with this model. It's using a different program.
Just put them side by side.
Oh, see, that's terrifying, though.
Bring the pixel boy.
Put them side by side and have them face. Well, you can't really have them facing each other because the pixelated one's facing towards the screen.
This is going to be terrible. You take 2d8 damage.
What have you done, Sam? What have you wrought?
This is going to be so
D10.
terrible. We're just going to shuffle. Hey, what's up? Don't worry about it. It's fine.
2 Deetons? Sure thing, chat. Ow.
15 damage, God. Oh, this should just be that one, wouldn't it?
Stop. No more story.
Must do something for meme.
Well, at least we have a solution if it ever happens again.
But yeah, got into law school, so that's pretty cool, pretty exciting.
Well, I
Now
work.
you can do stuff with your polis guy.
Well, I could do stuff with my poli-sci before, theoretically.
Yeah, but now you can do law polis guy.
Lore Polis guy? Oh god, that's weird.
Yeah. It sounds like the non-pixelated one's whispering into his ear. just back talking. Actually, Deaton, this is the way to play Pathfinder.
Well, you see, now we got 2 eyes.
No, so you need to give new Deaton a gun? So
Yeah.
it can be that meme? It's Deaton all the way down? Always has been?
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah, if you want to put that throne up so we can get that immediately funded.
Let's move my actual one.
I'm sure an
interested.
interested backer would very much want to support that.
Too many demons, right? Just way too many.
Too many? I don't know.
I think 2 enough.
How about 10 of them?
No, I'm not going to crash my entire system for that. But it's good to know I
Hey, that's
can
a
do
pretty
it.
Good spread.
Are you D percentile now? You haven't seen my final form yet. Now, here's the question I have for players. Before we continue on, well, kind of continuing on, is there any discussions you want to have as the rulers of Harrowheart after the events that have transpired? You've had about a week to think about it.
Oh, we've had a week of downtime?
Since the demon invasion?
Well, no, you've had, as players, you've had about a week to think about it.
Oh.
I see. This is correct.
And I should remind all of you, you are rulers of our entire nation now.
Not really.
Nation, it's one town.
It is a castle with surrounding territory. You have an
Rest are not even a
economy.
town.
Eastdom.
I thought you were a ruffian.
Not a thiefdom, a fiefdom.
A fiefdom?
Sure, if you pronounce it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think we've pretty firmly established that pronouncing things wrong is kind of just what I do.
Yeah, look at those Sundares.
I'm never going to live that down, am I?
No.
But yeah, as the leaders of Harrowheart, do you have any policies you want to put down now? Like, is this a whole no demon situation? Like, what's the deal?
Are there demons in our land?
These guys are baddies. Please report them to the paladins.
Yeah.
I mean-
they want to hurt you and steal your cards because they don't like these other guys, and they think we're trying to do stuff for them, which isn't the case because we don't even know those guys.
I mean, we should probably do it on like, you know, a merit basis, not based off like what they are, right? Right, you guys?
What's this about merit basis?
Like, we shouldn't, you know, blanket demon bad.
Oh,
Well-
not demons, because you got that. Illustrana's got her side piece.
I feel like side piece is inaccurate.
Yeah,
Oh,
first
wait,
off,
no.
yeah,
Reachta.
is in fact. I guess what Illustrana's side piece is the other succubus.
Yeah. So we can't blanket say demons bad. But we
would-
can say, although that Shadow Prince, Wolf Lord dude, and what was their official name of the whole collective?
The Unmatched.
That one. Matchbox 20. If anyone's part of Matchbox 20, tell the paladins.
I would say that any non-repentant fiend shall be prosecuted by the paladins.
Unless they're really cool.
I mean, if they're still non-repentant,
Yeah, but what if they're a demon of coolness?
I mean, are we really gonna be the judges of what is repentant or not?
no. I was planning on leaving that to the priests of such things.
Illustrana, give me a religion check.
Take step back.
Yeah. A 2.
Yeah, no, that sounds fine. Your girlfriend's got this.
Historically, this has been
I'm
fine.
good at religion.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna take that hero point away from you. That's fine.
Yeah. First roll of the game.
Look,
Already seeing the woe.
your local priest is a priestess to Nocticular / Desna, two goddesses
Yeah.
who are pretty well known for being exceptionally forgiving to pretty much anyone.
Yeah.
So the bar of forgiveness is pretty low. Just thought I put it out there.
I mean, they gotta repent at least a little.
But if they do have to go through immigration services if they want to stay.
Do we have those?
I
I
believe,
believe
yeah.
we established them last time we had a
Yeah, we did.
Okay, good.
court session.
Yeah, Dodds pretty
So
much
yeah,
is
so-
holding people back.
Yeah, so that people could be like, we would like to come in and stay for a while.
Stay for a
Like,
while.
we
and
better
listen.
make sure that we don't just have people just randomly popping up and then suddenly we have an army hiding in one of those hexes.
Yeah, no, that'd be bad, wouldn't it, Bao?
So anyway, look, all I'm saying is that
I also like how you thought that Illustrana would want like really strong things on redemption. She's not. She's just anti-demon.
yeah, no, that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Oh, and I think the other
Thing.
part of it was to make sure that they didn't have like nothing.
If someone wants to be here and they're, not actively causing harm, I don't see why we can't just let them.
Well, I would point out that historically, and there is a lot of evidence to show that fiends do, on the whole, either cause harm or plan to cause harm for the most part, with the exception, of course, being those that have or are seeking repentance, like generally.
Case by case.
I mean,
Cake by cake.
some might say that Tree Razor sitting in his bog isn't causing anyone harm, except for, the fact that he's planning to invade Keonan. Like, the thing is, right, demons can not be presently killing someone and still be furthering their goal of harm.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be the mind police on what you're planning.
I just think it's probably a good policy not to allow fiends unchecked in our lands. Speaking of fiends, I point at Dodds and I'm like, there's a Rakshasa?
Correct. I was about to bring that up.
I should have Paladins have a talk with him.
Technically, he's part of the cards.
Yeah,
Part of the crew.
technically speaking, he is either on par ranking-wise or he outranks them.
When they walk up to fucking fist bump with each other.
Yeah, but they're shiny.
I don't want to
not
think about a
shiny.
Rakshasa fist bumping someone.
Why? Why
did
did you
that.
have to say that out loud?
That was you!
Yeah, but I forgot about that.
Yeah, but now I want to high-five one.
No. Alright, moving along.
See, my brain went to South Park, so
Well,
Non-body horror
Well.
creatures.
I have bad news for the next chapter.
No.
Dodds will continue and say, well, since we're discussing it, how do we feel about angels?
No, they're too weird, too uppity.
I mean, we should probably hear them out.
So we're hearing angels out, but not fiends?
That was
I mean,
a joke.
If a fiend asks for an audience,
In the
Look,
same
if
way
we
that
end
an
up-
angel would ask for an audience.
If we end up
Then-
creating the events of Diablo, then that's on you,
fine,
Dodds.
we can grant them an audience. However, I cannot promise that that audience will be favorable to them.
Well, because I know this is probably going to come up again in the future, how do we feel about monitors? Psychopomps. Inevitables.
Inevitables or no?
Probably
They're straight
give
up
them
banned.
an audience. I mean, you could probably put them in the audience queue. We, again, might be mean to them like we were that Axiomite.
Are they mortal?
Psychopomps?
Any of them?
Uh,
We could just straight up say, no more mortals. Then, no more mortals. Immediately banishes himself. Well, that's that done. No. No more non-mortals.
I mean,
Get living or get out.
aren't you technically immortal now, Korgar?
I don't age anymore.
I just sort of side-eye bow at the no immortals thing.
Feeling a little singled out there, Bao?
I didn't
Well,
say no
scratching
immortals.
their
I said
head with
no
their
more
foot.
non-mortals. I mean, Bao's still mortal, just doesn't die from age, right? It just lives forever.
That that's too broad of a thing. Because
Yeah.
like, what if some undead turn up?
I say, generally, we probably are willing to grant anyone an audience. We just can't promise we'll be nice to them during said audience.
I will say,
I think we should be diplomatic at least.
I don't know how diplomatic I can be if another Axiomite shows up.
last time someone was diplomatic with the undead, they went and decided to recreate a plague and then throw it at a bunch of people.
What?
The Ratgate. Oh, right, I forget it's you guys. Never mind.
Yeah. There's a difference between unaging and immortal. There is, but we are kind of dealing with a little bit of the semantics because this is diplomacy.
I mean, listen, if we can kill Gorham, like if Gorham can die, right? What is immortal?
Right?
Like if one of the core 20 can get fucking murdered,
Even if it was the
what
least
is
of them.
the definition of
Right?
immortal anymore?
It's all kind of wobbly now, and there's a lot of people with a lot of questions. And hopefully you might be able to answer some of them. The other question I had as a GM for the players, though.
Uh-oh.
You've had a couple of suggestions that when all these cards are put together, they'll give you some sort of awesome power over the fates and destinies of all things.
Yeah.
Early thoughts about that? Like, cards on
gonna rip them up.
cards on the table.
Probably just flush them down the toilet.
Yeah, pray rip them up. Pray
Kind
do
of
whatever convoluted steps it says in destruction on the item entry, we're probably gonna do those.
That or just hold on to them so that we can do nothing with them.
I think we're basically aligned with the other group, just like some
Not
differences.
evil about it.
Yeah. Like, we're not necessarily trying to control everyone's destiny, but we'd like to not be dicks about it.
We'd like to not ally ourselves with demons.
Yeah.
Illustrana would like that very much.
Also, if we could decouple the cards from Harrowheart itself.
Yeah.
Have it exist independently of the cards?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
so
at that
the
point-
Rabbit Prince can still be the Rabbit Prince and not have to, shake himself whenever Butonius decides to have a hissy fit.
Eutonius does control the Rabbit Prince.
Dodds at that point, when that point is brought up, will suggest, well, that would require getting the other magical deck, Harrow deck. The deck of harrowed stories.
Well, once we have all
Okay.
of this one, we can probably be a walk in the park to get the other one.
Oh, I don't
Unless
know
it's
too
just
much
like-
about it, honestly.
What are they going to do?
Well-
Send us on a level 20 to 30 adventure? Ha.
Perhaps a mythic adventure? Everyone slowly turns towards Dodds.
No, I need a different character if I'm playing in a mythic adventure.
No, you don't.
I need an unholy character if I'm playing in a mythic adventure.
God.
No, you don't.
There's a very specific mythic path I need to take.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know which one you're talking about, but your other option is Beast Lord.
No.
Okay, one
No.
of the mythic paths is literally Horse Girl. So
Evil horse girl.
Oh, right, I forget. Horse Girl trumps all.
yeah,
It's Juliet.
yeah.
Doesn't matter if she can have, a magical talking horse.
Of course.
So the plan for the cards
I
is
do
to
like the Beast Lord one.
get the deck together and pretty much either destroy it or make sure no one else can use it for evil.
Yeah.
Maybe bury it in a
Deck of
forest
Denial.
somewhere. Deck of Denial. No, the deck case of denial.
Deck of here's Aradin's repercussions.
Well, see, as the GM, I feel inclined to point out that is one of the things you could do.
What? Kill Aradin again?
Well, no, you could use the deck to find out what happened to Aradin.
I don't care what happened to Eric. He just got fucking shot. Like, what? Who gives a
Yeah.
shit?
But how funny would it be to have that and make a movie about it, and then just make it a comedy and highlight how stupid Aradin was?
Well, other things. You could use the deck to undo the damage of the world wound.
No.
Yeah, and we could, I don't know, fucking create a fascist empire where everyone worships Illustrana. Like, what are you... You're not... Sure, we could do anything. That's not good.
You could destroy
Yeah,
the
like,
Whispering
imagine-
Tyrant, save a lot of lives.
Imagine making a movie about, people giving up their wishes to live in peace and harmony, and then the main protagonist is like, no, that's stupid. How about I combat this person and then go and give everyone their wishes, no matter how dangerous or stupid they may be. That's a great idea.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Imagine making a movie about that. Hey,
Are you
Disney.
critiquing the hit Disney movie Wish?
I have not seen that movie. I have seen 2 videos about it, and I'm
Okay.
like, man, this is stupid.
To be clear, the plot of the movie isn't that everyone should have their wish granted. It is that everyone should have the inner ability to chase after the wishes that they desire,
Yeah.
which I think is fundamentally a good message. I think it's a very simple message.
Which
And I
Disney?
think that the music wasn't very good.
No.
But I think the larger plot of the movie was fine.
So it's just terrible execution.
Which is kind of Disney
Yeah,
at the
I-
moment.
I think the music wasn't very good.
Yeah.
It's kind of bad.
But I'm just saying, with the deck completed and in your control, you could do a lot of good in Galarian. The tree that Aradin destroyed, you could resurrect that.
Okay, but see, yeah, then you start fucking around with the past, and all of a sudden, 10 million worse things happen. Have you never seen a time travel movie?
Oh no!
Yeah.
I absolutely have. But those are movies. The suggestion there is that something bad must always happen when you do something good. Sometimes when you do something good, you just do something good. There's no bad repercussions for it.
Confused.
So, I'm just saying, a lot of disasters,
I mean,
a lot of problems.
let's say for instance, we undid the existence of the world wound. Wouldn't that theoretically undo the redemption of Nocticula? I'm just saying.
Well,
just saying.
That's suggesting you go into the past and do it and simply not just change the fate.
Literally undoing and healing.
So in the instance of the world wound, you're suggesting you go back in time and you just make it so the world wound never happened. What you could do with the deck is just kind of set it so the fate of the world wound was, once it was sealed, it sealed completely healthily. And the entire area was restored to full.
Illustrana does not consider herself a god and has no wishes to play one.
Well, too late.
I can't help but imagine Bao just sitting there and tapping her staff. Just considering some of the options there.
Oh, no. Bao, like I said, Bao's basically on their team already.
Bao's on Team Devils.
But it is my job as the GM to present this.
And if you're kind of all on board with the whole, hey, we'll just destroy it, then that's fine. But I have to present the
We'll
options.
see when we get there.
See, that's a fair statement. Because a lot can change between now and then. You still got, what, 5 levels left?
Exactly. Illustrana might die.
Illustrana might die. She might be a goblin.
No one else, but definitely Illustrana might die.
I mean, Dodds might die.
Illustrana might be a goblin.
No,
Take
Dodds
that
might
back right now.
Dodds might get killed.
Now, with that discussion sorted, because it's one we had to have, what are people doing in preparation for the next event that happens?
Do we know what event it's gonna be?
Not particularly. You'll have a couple of days at the very least, though. Let's switch over to
Can
the...
I learn the reincarnation ritual?
You certainly can.
Oh,
Right.
I need to buy the bracelets of dashing. I'm gonna take 58 gold out of the...
Illustrana needs to further have all the gold.
It's 58 gold.
They say I'm the dragon.
Jeez.
It's
I'm gonna say we can sell this jewelry.
Sell the jewelry?
Oh my god, I was gonna give it to a Rusha. I'm joking. Sell it.
Buy cheaper jewelry. She's a cleric. She doesn't need vanity items.
I have a question, and it's something I meant to ask you before we started, so if it's not something you're gonna tell us, it's fine.
Yeah.
But that witch token that's sitting in our party stash,
Yeah.
obviously, I've read that none of us are going to use that, particularly because of the bottom line of that thing.
Don't know what you're talking about.
The bottom line of that.
Was that actually attached to something and it was like optional before?
So the
It
witch...
was in the cave with the witch card.
No, it was, it was way back when, like, for chapter 1, at the end of it. You went up against a
Yeah.
demon witch that had the witch token. Or you went up against a guy who had the witch token, and the witch token was in his party. If I remember right,
I
you
do
put
not
her into
remember
a
that.
barrel and tossed her.
Oh yeah.
Under this.
I remember this. It was the one in the blacksmith house.
Correct.
Where Illustrana was on the roof and you guys were all down below.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let me stow that.
I mean, Bao
Just
has a
curious
meeting to attend.
I'm just curious if you're willing to tell us, was that meant to be like a branching storing thing if one of us actually bothered to use that?
As written, there was nothing attached to it.
Ah, that seems like a shame.
To be fair, a lot of what Stolen Fate does as an adventure path is it does present you with the main storyline, but it very clearly in sections will go, here's a thing, GM. You don't have to do anything with it, but the option is there. And here's like 2 sentences of things you could do with it potentially. But it's on you. It's one of the things I actually really appreciate about this adventure path. Paizo's done a really great job of setting down the main storyline, but also saying, hey, here are some plot threads and some side quests you can send your players on, if you so wish.
Okay.
Korka doesn't want the theater?
Nah.
Yeah?
Bao has, I think, 2 cards.
Illustrata, you have been given a hero point. Oh,
Bao has 1 card.
Bao now has 2 cards.
Why?
In case anyone tries to curse you and make you have bad fortune.
oh, also, chat, I should point out, I haven't had a chance to set up the animations for the villain points, but after a couple of situations we've had recently, I just have villain points as icons now.
to make it easier to understand if you were fully powered up or not.
Correct. Because it's poor aggro. Swings by and's like, here's a villain point. It's like, dude, I already have 3. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a usable.
Okay, no los dos.
Well, I did know at the very least, Bao, you wanted to talk to Lord Drustin.
Yes.
Can I take the crystal bulb and give it to Granny?
I thought we already
We were
did
gonna do
that.
that.
Oh, well, it's in the stash still.
I think I have to restore Granny. Something happened to her. I think she was accidentally deleted, and that was bad. Everyone's so shocked that I accidentally deleted Granny. Oh no! Oh,
Actually,
I haven't named her properly. Okay, that's easy fixed.
do we want to just leave the crystal bulb in there so we know that it exists and what it does?
Oh, fair enough.
Just put in
'Cause we-
brackets next to it, Granny, or Granny has it.
Okay, well, let me pull it in my inventory, rename it. Granny has
Granny's bulb.
this.
Where's the kitchen in this place? There it is.
Oh, I'm gonna craft the shit out of this pulsing red crystal.
Definitely have something for it. Well, preload scene.
I'm so upset I didn't get to harvest any demon parts.
You were kind of on the run.
I know, we were busy not losing any defense points.
Also, thank you for the villain point. Bow.
Ah,
You wanted to have a couple of drinks with Drustin
yes, I do.
in a more casual circumstance. He enters into Tokunaga's and does actually seem pretty not relaxed, but at ease.
Good.
Like a commanding officer who's come off of duty, that kind of thing. There's still a general sense of bearing about him, but he understands that, not on duty.
Wonderful. I'll offer him a drink.
Thank you. That would be appreciated. I will say it's been a long time since I've had experienced Tianjia cooking.
I'm as surprised as you are that this place is as good as it is.
Oh,
I mean that nicely.
much of the magic of this place is a mystery to all of us. Like, this entire place is yours to rule.
Don't remind me.
As a worshipper of Sun Wukong, that must be uncomfortable.
Oh no, it sucks. Yeah, yeah,
Chafing.
absolutely.
So, how are
So
you
listen.
handling it?
Oh, not great.
No.
That's kind of why I've asked you here. I run just like a little counter movement. Without the rulers knowing.
Aren't you one of the rulers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, before you continue, understand that I am one of the senior members of the Unmatched, but also a little bit of history about me. I and my family are exiles. We refused to bow before the new queen of Chalax, and so we were exiled for it. So
Ooh, okay.
She's so cool and hot. Sorry, I'm a Queen Abigail stan.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Fix or it didn't happen.
I mean, that's a bonus in my book.
So I do understand your feelings. Leadership can't always be trusted.
No, not at all. And frankly shouldn't.
He kind of pours himself a
So-
glass of sake and gives it a sip.
So I want you to know that pretty much everything you've told us back there, I'm completely for. I think you have so far the best idea as to what to do with these cards as they are.
Well, away from your associates, what would you do with the cards?
They came to me without asking, and now I'm in charge of this place. I am quite ready to throw hands with these Norns.
Well, I'm quite ready to throw hands with them as well. Much as the injustice that is before my family is they're doing.
Well, that's not ideal.
No. And I served them faithfully for many years.
That's less than ideal. Why did you do that?
Because I'm an exiled... not a prince. I'm an exiled noble. My family is in... not the best position possible. I am...
Doing what you had to do to survive.
Well, not just that. A knight in service of Norns, powerful outsiders who deal with the fates of many. There's a lot of honor in that.
Perhaps. Not really something for me to say.
All that's
So,
yes.
no, you go ahead.
I understand that there has to be a chain of command. I may not consider myself a Hell Knight anymore, but the lessons still stay, if you understand. And one of those is hierarchy, chain of command. Are you comfortable with bypassing your own chain of command?
Yeah. I view a chain of command just as a list of people to hit.
Well, understand that I would never ask you to betray your own. But what can you offer us?
That's where it comes down, unfortunately. How much do you know of the Norns and their powers as someone who worked under them? I'm assuming not these specific Norns, or were they?
They were.
Okay, so question stands then. For example, do you think they're monitoring us?
Oh, I absolutely think they're monitoring you. I think their eyes and ears stand beside you in court.
Nods?
I mean, I feel that... Please tell me you've already figured that out. Dodds? The Deck of Destiny?
No, that part I did, but
Yes.
now I'm connecting those dots. Great.
Now, to be fair, I don't think the Servitor is aware of this. I don't think they're a willing spy.
All the same. Bao is going to hold tight onto the symbol of Sun Wukong she wears. hoping for a little bit of divine protection on that.
Yeah.
So I think our quote-unquote plan from the throne room is going to be our best bet then. If the Norns see us working together, then they'll just act against us. You're clearly a dangerous group to them. However, if we're shown working against each other, maybe even they'll let their guard down.
Ah, I see. So we work to appear as if we are cross purposes.
Exactly. You have mentioned that your group has some cards in its possession already, yes?
Correct.
So assuming that they don't hear anything through the cards, say, I'm not sure how strong their connection is. It would be better for the both of us if we just continued on as they were. I'm more than happy to throw a few punches in the acquisition of the cards, less so in the protection of my allies. But I understand if that comes down to it. Also, on that note, they are Norns. There's a good chance they might be manipulating us as a group to fulfill the role they have expected of us. So not only would you guys be facing us going after these cards, but there may be, and it burns me to say this, fate on our side.
I feel as if the Norns are doing their best to manipulate things. But they have failed oh so many times before. The Deck of Destiny was their big play. And they let the deck slip from their fingers. So, no matter what power they feel they have, I think a lot of it is just bluffing and bluster.
That would make me feel a lot better.
A situation goes in their favor. They say, oh, that was our plan all along. A plan does not go in their favor. They go, yes, we're playing the long game. It's the age of lost omens.
Yeah.
Divination is limited to the here and the now. Any perception into the future is murky. We know this. The gods have said so. Anyone who tries to tell you otherwise is trying to sell you something.
Nice reference. Anyway. Again, I agree with you fully, and I hope you are correct as far as the Norns are concerned. I don't care for anyone attempting to control people.
I tend to believe that there's a difference between order and control. Just as a general insight. Instilling lore, order, that's fine. But when you start controlling what people do within that, then things become problematic.
I'll agree with you on that. There are definitely levels of law that I am not comfortable with, but I understand their purpose.
Correct.
Controlling fate and destiny is another level entirely, and not one that should be done.
And that's pretty much what it comes down to. I feel if the situations were different, we would be enemies, Bal, but considering everything that we are dealing with at the moment, I know your compatriots don't agree with me on my methods, but I feel what is at stake is a lot bigger.
Oh, absolutely. And I, for one, don't particularly worry about your methods. There was quite some time when we Yaogwai were considered demons.
Correct. And the undead that were formed in the wake of the Whispering Tyrant's rise, they were considered evil. Time has proven that incorrect.
Just vicious flashbacks of the undead carnival. Yeah. Anyway.
Even Hell Knights.
We can...
I mean, we're considered the bad guys, or I was considered a part of the bad guys, but Hell Knights can do good, and can be good.
I've had to fight a few in my time, and they're at least a good fight. So.
We're well trained.
But I think we can come to some kind of accord.
I feel
I think we can work together in this.
Then, as an extension of goodwill between potential allies, we in the Unmatched have received information that a group known as the Pact Masters are going to be reaching out to you very soon.
What would you like me to roll for Pact Masters?
Society? Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Well, just gonna make sure I get all the names right here.
Oh boy.
That. Oh god, I used to actually know the name of the place. There we go.
Are they from the Midden?
The Packmasters are the current rulers of Kedepesh.
If I remember correctly, they're... Wait, no, I'm thinking of the Veiled Masters. They're different.
They're a little bit different, yeah. But they're the rulers of Kedepesh. They are not human, nor are they mortal.
Uh-oh.
They're a strange kind of outsider, but for the most part, they're merchants. And they rule Kedepesh as a kind of merchant princes.
Okay, Pact Masters, I've heard of them.
Is Kedepesh the like place with the weird buying cult? Like the weird money cult?
The Prophets of Kalistrad.
I believe that's called the Church of Abadar.
Also true. I mean, what?
Kedepesh is a lot more sand.
It's the K places. Or the K places. They mix me up.
The Packmasters wish to work with you because they don't want to directly interfere in events, but they understand the power that the deck represents. So they want someone on their side that will see things that way.
I mean, you've walked into that throne room. What do you think their chances are?
Well,
I don't know what... So long as they're not demons, good chance on Illustrana. Whisper doesn't say too much, but that's kind of in the name. And I don't know what Kolgar's deal is, and I've worked with him for ages. I think he's starting to lose it, genuinely. I don't know where dwarves go as far as old folks' homes go, but we gotta start looking into one.
I wouldn't know myself. Perhaps they have retirement mountains? No, that's unfair to say. I shouldn't say such
Probably
things.
not untrue.
Ketapesh is the state of Pesh substance? Yeah, it is where Pesh comes from.
Oh, they're the weed place.
Hints in the name, I guess.
Well, Pathfinder 2 has done a lot of work to kind of distance themselves from Pesh because there used to be whole subclasses devoted to it.
So we're getting a bunch of drug dealers turning up. Wonderful.
I'm not sure if they will come here though. I think they will ask you to their domain. Because they want to show off their wealth and their power, you see.
Well, if they have a card, we'd be turning up.
They, in fact, have quite a few cards at their disposal.
Okay, then. Sounds like a good time.
Well, we are aware of them, but we haven't moved against them because they are powerful outsiders. And they also rule their own nation. They have mercenaries and things that they can bring to bear.
Because we're a bunch of little cowards. Sorry. Editorializing.
I mean, diplomatic relationships between two nations could be problematic if we just sort of walk up and steal from them. However, I'll have to introduce you to Girls' Night at some stage. You should come, it's fun.
Well, you can invite a boy to girls' night.
I feel as if I would be not eligible. However,
Girls' night is a state of being.
Yeah, yeah.
However, I believe they're going to be asking you to look into a local ruined city by the name of Kho. Kho.
Mm-hmm.
I'm letting you know of this because we too have agents who are currently moving there.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Is there like a signal or some kind of hand sign I can give them? High five?
I will make sure they know your face.
Cheers. Again, I really wish I had the picture of Bao properly because she's always wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And never once have I ever shown it.
Oh my goodness, she's sunshine coated?
A little bit.
But no, I'll make sure that they know your mask and your face.
Thank you.
And if they get the opportunity to speak subtly, then they will.
I have a question, though. What is your plan with the cards?
Considering the grand scale of what the cards are capable of, it seems petty. And he takes a sip of his sake. I would simply wish for well, not wish. I would simply want my family's honor to be restored.
I can appreciate that. However, what I mean more is, should you be in possession of a card, say one that's already active in Harrowheart, would you bring harm to that, well, let's just say in this case person? Or would they cease to exist? Or we would like to find a way of separating the cards themselves from the people here.
I see. You see, there's a problem.
Always is.
My associate in the Unmatched, she feels as if Harrowheart is a temptation. A bargaining chip, a point of leverage for the Norns to use against you.
Oh. I mean, unfortunately, at the moment, they're kind of right.
She feels that when the time comes, the Norns will say, do what we say, or we will destroy Harrowheart and all that are in there. And we're certain, we don't have proof, but we're certain that they're the ones who manufactured this place. And it's clear that you love the people here. And it's clear that there are actual people here. I mean, I've met Trevor and Crusher numerous times before.
You know, it's weird. I swear I have too.
So, being able to separate Harrowheart from the cards, I'm unsure. The Prince of Wolves had numerous theories and declarations and ideas. Even for some of the things that we discuss, I consider them to be bandits.
Just quickly on the topic of that guy, I get at least one free punch on him, okay? That doesn't count against our alliance.
The Prince of Wolves is a valuable ally. However, he is also a untrustworthy one. As of these drinks, this meal here, I trust you more than I trust him.
That'll be a good punch.
And he is well deserving. He tried to sneak into your realm. There's no declaration of war. There was no let's fight. It simply invaded. Who does that?
I know, right?
No honor.
Like,
Fucking demon, my guy. What are you expecting?
Listen, all he had to do was just come talk to us.
Which is what I did.
In front of him.
It would have been a lot easier on him.
Which is what my plan was all along. Once the invasion was ready, I was going to come to all of you and I was going to make the offer. We were going to discuss terms and hopefully come to some sort of agreement, even if that agreement was war.
I'm fine with that.
I love the comments happening in chat right now. It's amazing.
Well, I think that would be our most major concern is splitting Harrowheart itself from the cards. I have this feeling we're going to need more of the cards for that. So business as usual first. That's usually how this goes.
Oh, of course.
But quite honestly, as far as I'm concerned, as soon as we can do that, whatever cards I have, I'm more than happy to give up to you.
Well, it would be appreciated. Hopefully it won't come down to that.
Hopefully.
Well, this has been a lovely drink. lovely conversation and lovely food. But I must return to my men. They are awaiting me.
Feel free to take a bag. I don't know, man.
Hey, aggro. Boop.
This is what I get for bullying his NPCs. He gets another villain point.
And with that, Drustin will actually leave.
He doesn't want to do anything else beforehand, Matt?
Like what? Ah!
Like anything? Matt?
One last thing.
How can I help?
As I explained earlier, I am much better with animals than I am with people. A creature has come into my care, and I feel you would be a better steward of it. He clicks his fingers. He clicks his fingers, and one of his associates comes in carrying a carrying case would be the best way to put it.
I'm very excited.
I believe it is a pig from your homeland.
Ooh. A pig.
We found it in Avestan, however.
Aw. Baby.
There's some vibe of magic amongst it, but we can't figure out its purpose. We think it might just be lucky. We don't know.
A lucky pig?
But I feel you might have more. You might be a better companion for it.
I will love it forever.
And yes, you are given what is known as a red pig, I believe.
A Red River hog?
Yes.
Not from Asia, but okay.
Well, it could be from Tianjia.
It's okay, sure, fantasy.
Wizard did it, okay?
Yeah, sure.
A long time ago, a wizard did it.
If I ever get the chance to like write a movie or anything like that, I'm gonna have like the full scrolling from Star Wars, and yeah, it's just gonna start with a long time ago a wizard did a thing.
An opening crawl.
And we've all been paying for it ever since.
Is it a cursed ex-general of heaven? You may never know, Ninzard.
But yes.
Well, it is yours. But yes, I must dash. As the kids say.
Why would you say that to Bao?
I love NPCs saying bullshit I say.
I shall name him Zoo, and he shall be mine, and he shall be my Zoo.
He shall be
Can I
yours.
suggest an alternate name?
No.
Oogie.
Wow.
In honor of what's going to happen next week.
What do you mean what's going to happen next week?
Monster Hunter?
Well,
Oogie? Monster Hunter what?
with that said, players, other players, not Bao, is there anything you want to do over the next couple of days?
Yes,
Yeah?
but I can let other people go first.
Oh, okay. Koga, Whisper?
Earn income.
Earn income? Really? At your level?
You're in charge of a kingdom. What are you doing?
Yeah, but we
Collecting
can't use
taxes.
we can't use the monopoly money to get real money to then make items.
I'm sure there'll be an
some
exchange
reason.
rate. No, it's just basically you can't use the infinite money cheat.
It's you.
Yes!
I want the infinite money cheat.
I always love
I
it.
think
Pay all my
raising the
bills
debt
with Monopoly
ceiling.
money.
Just drop 1,000,000 gold pieces on the party and just say, well, you can't buy anything outside of your level. Oh.
I would have so many things to buy, Matt.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm well
I would
aware.
have so many weapons. I would be so excited.
It's why I usually double the treasure and not put a 0 on the end.
No, you should put a 0 on the end.
Well,
Like double zeros, even.
God. While you're humming and hawing, Korgar.
Of armor. Oh, that would be so good.
Whisper, anything you want to do around Harahot?
Whisper's probably going to be paying a visit to Granny.
Yeah.
See if she's made any headway with that book that Whisper left with her.
I think it's so funny that Whisper isn't Granny's card holder.
It does feel a little bit weird, doesn't it? Now, remind me, what was that book again?
It was that particular book.
That particular one?
Yes, that specific one.
I'm glad both of you have forgotten it.
No, I think it's specific. Yeah.
Do you remember the password?
If you
Nope.
want to
Well, I
send me a
don't either.
message, you can.
Where are you?
I just want it noted that Queen Abigail Throne II is cool as hell.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I'd call her cool.
She's cool.
Is it because she's got a tattoo over her eye?
Oh.
She has a devil so that she's not as evil as she could be.
She's got a devil holding her back? Really?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying, like, evil ruler core, she's cool as hell.
Oh, okay. See, I've been playing Avowed recently. Inquisitor Lodwin, super evil. But, you know, also kind of just drips with it.
You've been playing Avowed or you've been watching Avowed?
No, I've been playing it. I can play these games, I just can't stream them because my computer blows up. Well, you can speak to Granny about it, because she has been studying it somewhat. She's kind of been doing work in the kitchens of Tokunagas. Because the bartender can't be expected to do everything. What? He can't?
No, he can be expected to. Whether or not he can achieve this is another matter.
Yeah, no, very true. A ruler can't just use the resources of the kingdom for personal enrichment. Exactly!
I absolutely can.
So,
It's
Whisper.
not good.
No, it's not. Granny will be working her way in the kitchen, trying to get some baked goods together. She feels a little bit outside of her wheelhouse considering, but it's good to be working in the kitchen again.
How
We'll do
many
her
toads
usual
has she
thing.
baked?
Yes, Whisper?
I think say Whisper's going to approach her in her usual way of behind and then slumping over the top of.
She will, unlike a lot of people who tend to be frightened or off put by this, she seems completely fine with it. But
Granny,
yeah, she'll turn around and nod.
have you had a moment to look at the book I gave you?
Ba-doop. Just so people have a better idea of what she looks like.
Delightful.
She gives you a nod and kind of raises a finger to ask you to wait a moment. And after the moment passes, she goes and grabs the book that you left with her. And as she opens it to a very familiar looking picture. A picture of Beacon itself. And then she'll kind of raise her hand and kind of glide it over the pages as they shift and move. And we see another landscape picture of Absalom. And she does this a few more times, showing different cityscapes from all around the world and places that probably don't actually exist on Galarian, and you definitely think they're from the Outer Planes.
Is there anything common between each place?
The pictures all seem to be of cities.
Mm-hmm.
Always kind of from the external, from off in the distance perhaps, or from a bird's eye view. As if someone is looking at them through a crystal ball or scrying on the city itself. Once she has shown you all this, however, she closes the book and kind of holds it by the spine and gives it a couple of like dipping motions to indicate that it's out of juice.
Do you know what caused it to activate in the first place?
She puts her finger to her lips and taps a couple of times, considering the question you've posed. She turns back to the cooking table and she rolls out a couple of lines of dough before kind of threading them into a braid. And she shows you the braid and then, grabbing a pair of scissors, cuts the braid. From what you understand, this is a usual insinuation of the Norns.
Hmm.
The metaphor
That's-
being they braid together the threads of fate before slicing them.
That's concerning.
She then kind of shrugs, indicating that she might be wrong. But she pats your hand and then gives you a cookie.
Whisper will feed it to Puddle.
Which is kind of disturbing considering where Puddle is.
Yeah. No, she literally just puts it on her tongue and it just like dissolves into it.
Cool. Yep. No, that's an image that's never gonna leave me.
I mean, it looks like acid or anything.
No, not at all. Did you have any other questions for Granny? Or queries, I guess?
Granny, do you think we should trust these people?
Once again, she seems to think about it for a moment. Then she shrugs, and she taps you on the chest. Indicating that perhaps instead you should trust yourself. Trust
that
your
may
instincts.
be a terrible motion.
I think that was the first giggle we've ever heard from Whisper.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
She then kind of gestures around her, trying to put across the whole thing of, you've done good so far.
Thank you, Granny. Keep trying to do good.
She gives you a beaming smile.
And Whisper will exit at that.
Okay. Koga. You got anything? Or are you kind of just good to chill for the couple of days?
Yeah, I'll either earn income or go have tea with my wife.
Okay. Well, your wife is always happy to see you. But there's a general... I get the feeling that there's a general understanding in your relationship where it's like you have very important work to do, as does she.
Sure.
It's an interesting living situation, but it's one that you've kind of gotten into the tempo of over many years. If I'm wrong about this, feel free to, say something or, send me a message.
I did send you a message, I'm pretty sure, a while back.
Yeah.
Or at least I told you. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, look, it's
Either
possible
that
it's in my
or I
notes.
imagined having a conversation with you, which is even weirder.
Yeah. I will say I have been discombobulated over the last couple of days. So I may be missing details here and there.
That's okay.
No GM's perfect, unfortunately. Not even me.
I don't know about that one. There was this guy who ran a pirate campaign that I was in.
Oh dear God.
He was
All
pretty
right,
perfect.
this sounds like a good time to take a break. We're just gonna go on a short little 10-minute break, so we can kind of run the commercials and do all the things that we need to do for Twitch. Also, so I can stretch and probably get myself another coffee. But yeah, the stream seems to be running well.
Yeah.
It looks like I got the overlay together in time, and there's been a little bit of scuffing, but it all seems to be working really well. I'm actually a little bit proud that I managed to pull it off. But all that said, we shall be back in about 10 minutes, and we hope to see you back then.
Bye-bye.
Hello, everyone! We have returned!
Hello.
So, quick question. If I do run that vampire adventure path that's coming out, should I get, like, a cloak for Dean?
Yes.
Like the vampire cloak thing?
The Bloodlords one or Oh wait, no, this is the other one.
This is the I've had a couple of people who have said you're gonna run the vampire like dungeon crawl, right? And it's like, I don't know. I've run a super dungeon already. I don't know if I want to run another one.
How was Paizo's super dungeon? How did you like it? I didn't get to tune in all that much.
It was good.
It was good the way I ran it.
There you go.
Well, there were a lot
There
of
was
people.
a secret cop segment.
A lot
there
of
secret
people
cops?
say that apparently they say that Bao is the most diplomatic, which I disagree with, but sure.
And no one thinks Korgar's diplomatic, which is
Fair.
fair.
I think Whisper's the most diplomatic.
Well,
I did what the kids are called a joke vote.
a joke vote? Okay. But your votes matter.
No, they don't.
But yeah, no,
Yeah, they call them a donkey vote.
just
Wild here,
abomination
that's what
vaults.
they call voting for one of the major two parties.
Oh god. Abomination Vaults is a good adventure path, however, it is not a good introduction to the Pathfinder system.
Well, I wouldn't think that any super dungeon would be a good introduction to the Pathfinder system.
Oh no, like in the wake of the OGL crisis, everyone was like people coming from 5e, everyone in Pathfinder 2 was recommending you should do the Abomination Vaults. It's a super dungeon. It's super easy to run. It'll be great. It'll give you a perfect like representation of the system. And it's like, that's super not true.
5e. Okay, listen. I have never met a person playing 5e for a super dungeon. I've never played a 5e. I've never even seen a 5e game that was a super dungeon. Mainly because
Dungeon of the
5e
Mad Mage.
is not great at super dungeons. It's not great at a lot of things.
The antechambers were very cool. And I do like the response I get from my players whenever they get faced with yet another antechamber and they were in that game. I think I saw Jules actually removing an antechamber from a map she was working on. But
I just want to know who can afford all the doors for all those antechambers.
well, if you're a rich sorceress,
I'd save money. Just make it a hallway.
just make it. You can't just make it a hallway, but the antechambers. I mean,
Think of the draft.
my in-game reason for why there were so many antechambers is because the architect was a bit squirrely and just really liked to build antechambers.
Wasn't
His
it
name Andy?
No,
Andy? Yeah.
no, Antechamber Andy was a demon who had been trapped in one of these antechambers. But no, the architect whose name escapes me, yeah, he had a special ability that he could spontaneously cause antechambers to appear around people.
I think his name was just the architect.
I think so as well. But that was a fun fight. I enjoyed that fight.
Yeah, that was good.
The architect.
But Stolen Fate. Speaking of, I'm not going to steal this moment from you yet again, Illustrana. So what did you want to do?
Oh, I wanted to go talk to Arushale
Yeah, did you have a specific reason in mind?
at the Temple of Nocticula.
Yeah? Any particular reason? Just kind of wanted to...
I mean, I have things to talk to her about.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Well,
You know, Illustrana, she's been having some big discussions.
yeah.
she also kissed another girl and does need to
Talk about that.
sort of talk about that is something she should disclose for transparency, which is important in relationships.
No, communication is extremely important. Well, when you go and see her at the temple, as you
Is
kind of
is the other girl there? Is
Give
she
me-
also
give
there?
me a second. By the looks of things, as you enter, she's discussing something with someone who's slightly out of viewpoint. But as you enter, you do in fact see her talking with Fate's prophet.
Oh, I hate her. I have beef with her.
And yeah, no, the two are kind of having a discussion as you enter. And Ursula will see you enter and she'll give you a quick bow. Illustrana, it is a pleasure to see you.
A pleasure to see you as well. I don't mean to interrupt. I can wait.
She turns to the other succubus and goes, if you'll excuse us. And she'll nod and give you a smile before departing from the temple.
Illustrana will blush embarrassedly.
But Ursula turns back to you. What can I do for you, Illustrana?
Well, first things first, I should disclose that in the battle for Harrowheart, there was a point where, you know, we were in confrontation with the woman you were just speaking to, and
Yes.
she may have used magical powers, and I may or may not have kissed her, and I just felt like that was something I ought to disclose.
She puts her hands up to her mouth and goes, "Oh my god, you kissed her?"
Illustrana is bright red and looking at the floor.
She kind of smiles and you hear her giggle and she goes, "Illustrana, she told me already."
Oh.
I felt it best if I wait for you to bring it up, so as to not to embarrass you in front of everyone else. But no, she told me already. Such is, I don't want to say our way, but such is what succubi have a tendency to do. It's not so much that I've forgiven her, it's just more that Nocticula teaches us that forgiveness is an ongoing process where your actions speak more than grand gestures or words.
Yes, indeed. Also, sorry, this is just a thought that I'm having right now. Did she not have a card last time I encountered? Does she have a card?
And I pull out one of the cards of the Harrow deck that I have. Probably the Paladins.
She no longer has a card. It's just that picture has her with a card.
Well, I was just because Illustrana doesn't know whether or not when she pled the maiden, her card got yeeted from her or not.
No, she doesn't have a card in her possession anymore.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder, I do have a couple of questions, because at court the other day, we entertained a Hell Knight, and he claimed to be from an order that was working to collect the cards as well, and he claimed to be part of an organization that was behind the attack. The name was Matt. What was their name?
Lord
The
Drustin.
organization.
The Unmatched.
The Unmatched. Yes, he claimed to be with an organization known as the Unmatched. And we ultimately decided not to ally ourselves with him, due to the fact that he tends to ally himself with those like the Prince of Wolves. But he did raise some interesting points around what the cards ought to be used for, and whether or not we might be playing into the hands of the. He suspects that the Norns are the ones behind the cards, and he thinks that we might be playing into their hands with how we are collecting the cards here in Harrowheart. And I'm just wondering if you have any thoughts on the issue. I've been thinking about it.
Your thoughts on who's behind the cards, or what should be done with them, or both?
A bit of both, sorry.
As for who's behind the cards, we don't know. The fact that they arrived at around the same time as the God's Reign event caused everyone a lot of concern. It seems as if they are unrelated for the most part now, so that's something of a comfort. I don't know of these Unmatched, though. I haven't heard of them, but that's not to say that they don't exist. It's just there's a lot of secret orders out there, and some are better at being secret than others.
And may I ask what the newest member of the temple has she any knowledge of their? Have you heard of her having any knowledge of their order?
She hasn't talked much about it. What she has said is that she used to act as a herald for the Prince of Wolves. In her words, it was a sweet gig. But she also knows the price of failure, and didn't want to pay it. So she pled the maiden. As for what she's said or spoken about the Prince of Wolves, some things, but I'm also not here to interrogate her.
Would it offend if I did ask her some questions?
You certainly can if you wish. I just wouldn't pressure her too much about it.
Very well. I am just curious as to what, as a former member of this organization, she might know.
Well, would you like me to take you to her?
Well, there was still the matter of what the cards ought to be done with. What if they were collected? Which I would love to hear your advice on.
See, for me, the question that a lot of people are asking about the cards is, what is their upper limit? Like, how powerful are they? What can be done with them? Everyone knows that once you get the deck together, great power will be bestowed upon you, but what power Is it that powerful? There's just too many questions about it. Would you be granted the powers of a god? Would you be able to kill a god? Because that's on the table now. Or, worse, could you bring one back?
Well, I think most can agree that Eridan was not the best steward of the world, as it were.
You are correct, but there are people who would see him returned.
Then they are not among the elves.
Certainly not, but he was the god of prophecy for a little while there.
Was he? Sorry, out of character. Was he? I'm pretty sure that was Pharasma's gig the whole time.
It was Pharasma's, but it's interesting because a lot of people are kind of like, okay, but prophecy broke when he died in some ways. And he was able to obfuscate how he died from Pharasma as well. So there is a lot of people
either that or she's just not snitching.
Well, this is also a possibility. There's just a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding his death and why he had such a strong effect on prophecy. And why no one saw it coming. So they believe, or there is a theory that suggests that Aradin had some control over fate himself.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Right. But there are those who would... There are many who feel as if things started to go downhill when Aradin died. And if he were returned, things would get better again. But
I find that such questions of divinity are not... I fear that they are not meant for me, and I question whether they are meant in fact for anyone, and I question whether it would not be best if they were to have such power to cast them away, and so that they may never be used, so that. Because as much as anyone might have intentions for good, such great power was not meant for us, and I find that the idea of controlling fate, reshaping it, is not. If I can reshape fate beyond the actions that I take and the works that I strive for, if I can simply snap my fingers and the world is the way I want it to be, is there any way that I would still be myself? I fear.
well, the counterpoint I would suggest to that is, it's true that power would change you. All power changes us. Look at Korgar. Dwarf most of the time, but can also turn to a dragon. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but he's got a little bit more confident, shall we say? So he's changed. He's gotten power. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I'd say it's a good thing. Someone coming into their own ability and their own power. But you are talking about power many magnitudes above, as you suggest, that any mortal should have contact with. Again, though, when this is all over, will you still be mortal? Will you still be yourself?
I wish to be. I hope to be. If I had hoped to become a god, I would have adventured into the test of the Starstone. I would not have sought to gather my strength as a mortal warrior.
Well, there are many ways to ascension. And sometimes the ascension is not intended. I'm not sure if Aurori intended to become a god. Sought self-perfection, achieved it, became a god. I don't think Noticula was particularly expecting to be ascended to full godhood either, but she rolled the dice and she won.
Thank you for talking with me.
I feel like I haven't answered any of your questions, though. Just giving you more.
And yet it was nice all the same.
Well,
I shall go ask the newest member of the temple my questions, but I hope to see you again. And oh yes, before I go, and I reach into my bag of holding and I pull out
a flower.
No.
Hershey's Kisses.
Finished art of a Ruchelet.
I finished this the other evening.
Oh, this is the
and
one
I
you rolled
handed
really
it
well for, wasn't it?
Yes, that's why it's worth 75 gold pieces.
Painted work? Or
Yes.
drawing? She takes a hold of, like that one note on Uranus one. She takes a hold of the picture and she examines it and goes, "This is beautiful."
Thank you.
Art that reflects the artist.
Illustrana blushes.
I would say that the art better reflects the muse.
Well, enough flirting for now. I'll introduce you to Fate. And she takes you into the adjoining room where Fate is waiting for you.
I thought she got stolen.
See, this is why I wasn't going to go with Fate, but her name is Fate's Prophet. So chat, you can help me out
We
here.
did steal her. We stole her away from the Prince of
Wolf
Wolves.
Prince.
Yeah.
But when you come in and see her, she is shuffling a deck of cards. As if she's about to play a card game or do her own tarot reading. And she bows to her Ruchelet before she smiles at you. I wasn't planning on seeing you so quickly, Illustrana.
Well, I just happen to have a couple of questions about you, about your previous employment, to put it lightly.
At your kind of verbal stumbling, Ruchelet, no. Try again.
Absolutely not.
Hot air Ruchelet.
As she kind of hears you stumbling over your words slightly, she adjusts her dress a little bit. And Ruchelet kind of rolls her eyes and goes, "I will leave the two of you."
Listen, Illustrana's just a little bit nervous because the last time she interacted with this girl, she got magically charmed.
Shailaroo. She can be Shay for now. Wait, fuck the other one? Oh god. She kind of gestures to a couch nearby. No? Get comfortable.
I sit.
It is quite comfortable.
Very proper posture.
She kind of laughs as she sees you with your posture. And she goes, "Don't worry, no seduction here."
Can we get orange and black website as a sound alert? Thanks.
I would have to steal it from Dwarf, because I know he's got it. So, what questions do you have for me? I must admit, I've been waiting for this for a while.
First off, you had a card at the time that you did your invasion. Do you know where that card is now?
She continues shuffling the deck of cards and goes, "I do not know, sorry."
Do you perhaps have an idea?
I pleaded the maiden, and most of the things that were with me at the time were absconded.
Very well. What of the rest of the Unmatched beyond the Prince of Wolves, do you know?
Well, the Prince of Wolves is my lord. He was the one I served. I know of Lord Drustin, a trumped-up princeling with delusions of grandeur. As for the third, you speak of the Raven. I have never met her.
Very well. Do you know of the plans of the Unmatched? Should they collect all of the cards?
I know that they all had different plots and plans for them. For what to do with the deck.
So then was their alliance destined to break apart?
I feel as if the Prince of Wolves was the odd one out. The other two worked with the Norns in the construction of the deck.
I would like to perception check
that. Yeah.
Yeah, get my bonus on that. 41.
Gauging her face, she's not lying to you. But you absolutely get the feeling that she's gauging your responses. She's mentioning names as a means to kind of check for any micro expressions. Trying to figure out where you stand on all this as well. But, like I said, she wasn't lying.
That's quite interesting because it would seem that now they work to oppose the Norns. At least that was their proposition to us.
I hope you didn't agree to such a proposition.
I personally refused, as well as Korgar and Whisper seemed to be in favor. However, there were some voices of discontent from Bao. However, I can't imagine that it's come of anything has come of it.
Oh, probably not, no. Bao seems more the one to want to go wandering again.
Yeah, fair.
Honestly, if she wasn't wrapped up in all this business, I I feel it would be wiser to let her. She wants to leave all this behind, then let her. Don't stand in the way of her freedom. But who am I? I'm just a lowly maiden.
Well, you have been helpful. If I have any more questions, I shall return. I hope you find this place hospitable. And I hope that you learn well on your path to redemption.
And with that, Illustrana stands up and
Before you
walks out.
leave,
Oh, okay.
she doesn't physically stop you, but she does call out and says, I was expecting you to ask another question.
And what question would that be?
Well, 2 questions.
And they are?
The first, why did the Prince of Wolves attack Harrowheart?
I would assume to gain power of the deck.
You wouldn't be wrong. But the Prince of Wolves' intention is to bring Harrowheart into his own realm. To fall the two upon each other. To add these lands to his own.
That much I assumed. It is in Demon Lord's nature to conquest.
And this
To
would be,
corrupt.
and this is another land for him to conquest. The others disagreed, so he started the attack.
And what of the other question?
How's the kiss? And she just
Illustrana
smiles.
walks out the door.
Man, I didn't know Illustrana was a tomato.
What's wrong, Illustrana? Not gonna answer that one?
Illustrana walks out. She's gone. Gone.
Fruity in a different kind of way. Dumb tish.
Shayla Rue. Remind me of that one, because that's actually pretty good. Actually,
It's really not.
no, I can't call her Shayla. I can't call her Shale, because we have a Shayless in Seven Dooms, and that's just gonna get confusing in my own head.
Call her Hot Arushale. Hottest.
Hottest? Cool, Matt. Really? You're gonna bring the Mantis into this?
Yes.
The cooler Arushale.
Well, if no one has anything specific they want to do with the time that passes, and Korgar, we can earn income if you really want to do that off stream.
It's gonna be like what? 10 silver or 10 gold?
Yeah.
I know.
Nothing.
I mean, it's probably gonna be like 60 gold, but
It's not even gonna be worth the roll.
Dodds will summon you all to the 6 arches. 8 arches.
The 8 arches. 12 arches? I mean, they keep just expanding.
by the way, I would inform everyone that it would seem that Lord, what was his name? Lord Dresden?
Drustin. Think
Drustin?
Think Justin.
Dresden.
Think Justin with a D.
Lord Drustin.
He's Lord Dresden now.
That Lord Drustin and the other member of the Unmatched seemed to be part of the creation of the cards. Along
All
with the
his
Norns.
fault.
I would introduce everyone to my pig and tell them Dodds is probably a spy.
I pat the pig. and Noda.
Well, I do have a question. Are you going to say that when Dodds is there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dodds, for his part, is incapable of blushing.
Unlike Illustrana.
Yeah. But he does kind of...
He could learn.
He does kind of stutter at the sentiment.
Are you a spy? You have to tell us that you're a spy.
Legally, or else it's entrapment.
Okay, so you say stutter. Does he do? You know that old phone thing that with speakers? Or is that my network error? That's my network error. Okay.
Yeah, I seem pretty stable over here.
That speaker thing where if you turned on a phone, like
yeah, no, I'm well aware of it. I miss it sometimes.
kids these days.
It's like the old startup noise, and you hear it again, and it's like, yeah.
Internet salad, the dial-up connection.
But no, it's kind of like that. But he goes, I don't believe I'm a spy. I don't think I'd be capable of betraying all of you.
Yeah, you wouldn't know about it. It's just they can probably see and hear through you.
I'm sorry, what? Who can see from
Your
me?
name is Deck of Destinies.
No, my name is Dodds. Or Dodie.
That's how acronyms work, Dodds.
But I'm not mere letters.
Just like Bowser is an acronym for woof 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 woof.
What?
Bow.
I do need to fix your... I absolutely need to fix your name in the overlay, Bow. I do apologize.
It's okay.
Bow.
Illustrana.
Yeah.
Illustrana. But, like, seriously, we need to find out about, like, end-of-life care for Gorgo.
I think he is still at least a good century on him, I think.
He just started barking at me for no apparent reason.
I think that might just be the dog getting to him.
Oh shit! He puts his ears away.
I do like the idea that druids aren't always completely in control, especially when they get to the higher levels and they have all those forms they can take.
Mm-hmm.
It just becomes a little bit more...
voices.
Yeah! Just becomes a little bit more difficult to kind of hold the one shape, especially when you lean real hard into it.
Yep, that's why I'm working on that form control. That's why he's so jacked.
Boom.
They don't tell you if you don't have that by level 20, you just go full Tetsuo.
Wow. See, there's a capstone feat for the druid.
Tetsuo!
Just call it ultimate form or something like that. And yeah, you just turn to Akira. Or you just turn into a crab. But
that would, yeah, a capstone feat. You turn into a level -1 crab.
yep, the ultimate life form.
Could you imagine the absolute outrage from Reddit on that?
It's so but Dodds will say, I'm not a spy, or at least I don't intend to be. I feel I am more than an acronym or letters. I feel as if I have served you all faithfully.
No one
You
is
have,
disagreeing with you there, Dodds.
You are a wonderful companion and a true steward of Arrowheart. However, the people who made you, like, probably baked it into your bits.
Yes, you need a good deworming.
It's not your fault.
It's okay. I'll fix it.
Thank you, Whisper. It comforts me greatly that you're looking into this.
Anyway, why are we here?
Dodds points to 4 of the portals.
Are they all open to the same place again?
They are, in fact, all open to the same place.
Wow. What's
Which
the
portals
point?
are open?
Oh, they had me jumping between 2 chapters. I was talking to someone about this earlier because they were like, should I get the Foundry module or am I good just to get like, sorry, should I get the PDF or the Foundry module or is it okay just to get the Foundry module? I was like, it's a good idea to have the PDF because sometimes that it's just easier to reference the PDF. And yeah, no. Situations like this where it's absolutely easier.
So, for level 15, I got new spells.
Yeah. Did you decide on
I
them?
got rank 8 spells, which means all my focus spells can be upcast now. So my untamed form now gives me access to heightened dragon form. So my dragons are now stronger. And I think that's it, because the rest of them don't upcast anymore. Yeah, no, it's just that the rest of them can't upcast any further.
Well, the archways to stars, shield, hammer, and key open.
That one.
And
That
what does it
one.
look like on the other side?
It looks like
Desert.
a vast and opulent balcony leading into a similarly well-appointed room with silks draping from the roofs, cushions around the
Oh.
edges.
Snap, that was the other thing I needed to tell you guys. We might be going to Katapesh to talk to the Pact Masters.
Where did you get all this information?
When I was talking to Dresden.
So, okay,
You got
you
me
do
big.
understand that he's our enemy, right?
He's your enemy.
I've
He
listed
literally created the deck.
I mean,
As the GM, I need to give you clarity here, Nick. Bow.
hey,
He said he was there. Like he was open about serving the Norns. He made no mention to being involved in the creation of the deck itself.
I mean, it could have been that way. I don't particularly see how what I'm assuming is more of a martial guy would be creating a high-level magical deck of cards, but, you know,
Pretty sure he's a cavalier archetype.
Oh, he's a Hell Knight for and for.
you know what they say
but he's
about
definitely not a
Olympian
martial
golfers,
archetype.
not the best at medicine.
I'm gonna go through the hammers portal. Because that's my suit.
Yeah.
It suits me.
God.
Book is closed.
Oh,
Stars and keys.
Right, and keys. And shields, technically. If you want to follow Korgar.
We're all going to the
go
same
through
spot.
this one.
Whoa. As you approach the portals, a creature appears.
That's not
This side of
allowed,
the portal?
actually. You're only allowed to have 2 mechanical arms.
Okay, but
Yeah.
like, why are they hiding their face? What's that doing?
Because he's so ugly.
Who could it be?
I just sort of assumed that it was because he was in like some sort of weird racist cult.
It could just be a cultural
That
thing.
does make sense.
He's got a weird pointy hat, and listen, where I come from, those mean that you're pretty racist.
How many levels of Grand Wizard does he have?
Oh, God. I mean, he is a caster, but 7 for the record.
Levels of wizard. Whoa.
He can cast 7th rank spells.
So that's like 14 levels of wizard.
Oh god.
13 even.
But it's hard to tell from the way his headgear is kind of situated, but he seems to be trying to greet you brightly, or as brightly as he possibly can. Kind of ushering you in. His top hands are, in fact, not bristling with arcane fire at this point.
It looks the best.
But he is gesturing you to come through the portal at your leisure.
I go through the portal.
Does everyone else go through as well?
I'm already through the portal. I missed their whole conversation.
Everyone else goes through? Yeah?
Yes.
We can always teleport back. We have the heart of the cards.
I'm going to have to call one of those abilities the heart of the cards. Missed opportunity there, Paizo. What are you doing?
Many missed opportunities.
But as you come through, he gives all of you a very deep bow. And he says, "Greetings, mighty ones.
I give a slight bow back.
We are Usuket, a delegate of the pet masters of Ketapesh. We seek a mutually beneficial compact with you, for it would appear that our futures are entwined. We have an enemy in common in the Prince of Wolves, and our fates have each been manipulated by the appearance of magical harrow cards. You have turned aside the Prince of Wolves for now, and you have taken these cards to build a world. We know now that these cards are of your destiny, that we have only held them for you. And so we wish to offer you this as a show of good faith. Please, take this card. All I ask is that we speak honestly together. And if you agree, I shall take you to meet my leaders."
Okay.
Illustrana reaches out her hand for the card.
And
I believe he's okay.
immediately giving you a card.
Illustrana reaches out her hand. No way it's cursed.
No, not going to be cursed, not even a little.
I mean,
even a little.
Butonius would be able to smell any curses. He can smell such things. Ever since he came back from the dead,
Boop.
He's got cursed smell.
got a cursed smell.
And he
Sniffer birds.
will give you the bear.
Oh, cool.
Doesn't sound good. For
Strength, represents
kingdom.
force. Can use athletics checks and tumble through or
Show of good
speed.
fate.
Last section
Well
was
done. Well done, Karaka.
Strike.
Matt, when we get back to the kingdom, how much hair is this bear going to have?
I feel like this is got Korgar written all over it.
And will
Yeah.
we care about how much hair?
I'll hand
the
it
bear
off to
over there?
Korgar.
I was thinking more, a certain nuclear bear.
I don't think
No.
Whisper needs any assistance being able to grapple, shove, or trip anything.
Yeah, no, not particularly.
I hand it off to Korgar.
Ray.
So let me throw it in the stash. So you can take it out. The bear. It's in the stash.
The bear.
The bear.
I like that it has a little hat
no.
icon.
No, I've just skimmed for the epitomize for it. There's a temptation there, but I'm not going to take it. Actually, I might. We'll find out later. But
Barely started this quest and we're already getting good cards.
Dude, this is like so much easier than the other ones.
do you say this out loud?
Sure.
Illustrana would not have said that out loud.
Well, we do wish to offer you more cards should we be able to reach an agreement or a compact of some sort.
Okay.
He gives you a very short tour of the Enclave. Enclave?
Enclave.
Yeah, I said it wrong the first time.
Really confused what you were saying. I'm gonna be so for real.
But he gives you a quick tour, and it's very obvious that this place is made for the more opulent members of Katapesh society. Continual flame spells have been used on many of the locations in the walls.
Trying to steal.
Anything?
No. Casual.
Casual thievery.
Yeah.
He makes
Maybe it'll slip into a pocket.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of stuff around that you can just take. They have like finery, like little painted plates, eggs that have been adorned with various gems and crystals, artworks, sculptures. The people who live here are obviously very rich, very well connected, and very powerful.
Good for them.
But he also kind of makes a show of showing that, you know, you can dim the lights if you wish. He takes you through the dining room, which is vast and almost cavernous, easily able to hold 1,000 people or more.
Orgart is not impressed because he just doesn't care for this shit.
Yeah. Likewise, the kitchens are a hive of activity, and in a similar vein, seem as if they could feed an entire town on their own. But eventually he will take you to what appears to be a tapestry of some sort. A depiction of the city itself of Katapesh. And he does a few hand gestures using his forearms. Both forearms to cast the one spell, because he's an NPC and allowed to do that.
Bullshit.
Absolute bullshit.
And he gets special bonuses because he uses all four hands. But the tapestry
Bullshit.
falls away to reveal another section of the Enclave. God damn it, now I'm doing it into the Enclave. Yes! Fuck!
You'll get there one day.
Where there are two other people waiting here.
Oh?
Art.
Yeah. I want to see these two people. Do I know them?
Probably not. But we'll find out.
Imagine if I did recognize them. I don't recognize him.
No.
That's
Yeah,
a
no.
gorilla.
That is in fact a gorilla.
Wearing a sick crown.
Is that
Is it a crown or tiara?
intellect?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
No, look, yeah, things will be revealed as they go along.
Many ways to awaken an animal.
Sometimes you just need to shake them.
And he is the other one.
Dude, he looks sick as hell.
So the Scavener here. Good.
Good, good. Vermintime approaches.
Now,
Yes, yeah.
has he dyed his chinny chin chin
Was that
orange
natural?
deliberately?
Unsure.
Neither, it's cinnamon.
He's just a filthy eater.
Oh, nerd.
Yeah.
No.
No, you resist.
Yep. No, that's beyond the scope. Let's continue.
Very neckbeardy too.
Were you gonna ask if the curtains match the drapes?
No, I'm just wondering what he's been eating.
Oh no. So, Select will say, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Our Lady Shinaka.
That the gorilla lady, Matt?
Yes. She is one of the leaders of the dairy of Ko. And for those who aren't aware, the Duri are winged apes, essentially. Sentient.
Does she have wings?
She does have wings, though she has them kind of down in posture, just kind of has them pulled in at the moment.
How do you spell dairy,
Antonius?
Matt?
Pardon?
How spell dairy?
DERHII.
Yeah.
Are they wings like on the back, or are they wings instead of arms?
No, wings on the back.
Okay.
Yeah, they're literally just flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
That's a gorilla.
This is fantastic.
Butonius, seeing that there's another flying creature in the room, he puffs himself up a little bit, trying to look important.
She will bow, and then Uslakt will introduce you to the other gentleman. And this is Yazom. He is an advisor to one of the rulers of Ko as well, of the Hades.
He's an advisor.
He's an advisor. He's so evil, advisor.
He looks like this.
He's so evil. What is his name? Fucking Worm Tongue?
Jafar.
No, his name is Yazom. Also, I should point out, he does not have a scepter. Does not have a scepter with any, like, ominous serpent-like features or glowing eyes on it. So, absolutely not evil.
Okay, man.
I was going to do that.
And this is Yozom Janir. And he kind of gives a low bow as well. Kind of tenting his hands in front of himself.
Illustrana will respectfully return their bows.
Korga will cut.
As is proper. Because Illustrana, in fact, has courtly graces.
Courtly Grace is going to be the new eye for numbers.
Well, if you want to do the make an impression roll.
Oh, I absolutely can. Reroll.
Please be a 1. Ah.
39.
Ah.
I had too much wheel this week.
Yeah, a little bit too much luck. That's fine.
The dice need to hit me with some woe.
Of the 2 times you've had to actually do something important this session, have both been a 1.
Right.
One was a 2.
Now, both of these individuals seek your assistance with the city of Ko. But I believe you can speak to my masters first.
Okay.
Very well. What issues with your city do you wish for us to help with? Illustrana says to the two leaders.
To the two leader
Well,
dudes.
the one leader and one advisor.
Shanaka kind of pulls herself up, and she does very much have a regal bearing. We have been having issues with undead. Some creature has moved into the lower parts of our city and is starting to drown our homes and our palace. We would
Hey,
seek
Matt, that
assistance.
That don't sound good.
Yeah?
What kind of undead could do this?
Ooh.
A drowner.
I mean, he's not
I
wrong.
rolled you all of the recall knowledges.
Just all of them. Have you seen this
there's a button
interface?
that does it now.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Ooh.
You could just recall knowledge and it's like, well, these are your results. Depending on your adjustments. God.
Wait, do you just
roll
recall?
things.
Wait, so you just recall knowledge?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had to. Oh, okay. So you don't have to declare. You just say recall knowledge, and you just get all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to read into that.
It's an interesting little button in macro you can press.
I think
Andrew
it's
does it because Andrew's a big fan of secret checks.
Secret checks. Who needs them?
Yeah, but Matt has to figure out how to come up with a lie on the spot.
You think I can't just come up with stuff on the spot?
Yes.
You don't know me well enough.
Oh no, you can come up with bullshit, but you also have to figure out how to lie about something in a way that's convincing.
You know, that is very true. I just think it's more fun when
Like-
they're open. That's a personal thing, though.
It's definitely easier.
For the religion checks. God.
Yeah, what's this about our 40-40 vision?
Just perfect roll, just like you said, 40-40. There are various undead that come from the water. Durgar, I should say, are amongst them, also known as the drowned. It's also
Draugr?
there you go. It's also not uncommon for just general states of undeath to come to underwater creatures. It might not be a specific undead creature.
Oh my god, it's
I
a
joke.
vampire squid.
Yeah, it might very well just be, as was said, a vampire squid.
You think pelagic merfolk, they just get a pass on all their vampire weaknesses because there's no sun there?
It's the best time to do it.
I guess they'd run into the issue with running water.
Even if that is an issue for them.
Just stay away from the EAC.
Although actually raw player vampires don't have problems with running water. Which I think is silly. Give them the full weaknesses set. Just
They wanna
make
play
the
our dead
archetype
characters.
better.
It is also known that Aboleths were once known for using the undead in their own devices.
Oh my god, Fuva the Betrayer.
I can't wait for you to get mind controlled again.
This character's decent at will saves.
Yep, but it's gonna be funny. Because it just sets a precedent that Illustron has just got a weak mind, despite the goodwill saves.
It's not
Otherwise,
great. It's All right.
Otherwise, there's not much more information I can give you. You need more context, really,
Okay.
beyond wet undead. Do vampire fish look like deep sea anglers? Or do deep sea anglers look like vampire fish?
We'll never know, because I don't plan on going anywhere near that deep kind of water.
We literally did in our last campaign.
I meant Korga or me.
That's fair.
Archie's fine with it.
Otherwise, are you ready to speak with the masters? The pact binders?
Yeah, I'm ready for you to leave us with a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
See, there's a temptation just to be like, okay, session's over, we're going now. But he does take you into the inner sanctum of the pack masters.
He's committing.
Similar to the throne of Harrowheart, various thrones have been arranged on their own dioceses. Each one adorned with marbles and silks, various other fineries. It's obvious that they're here to make an impression for the most part. Just,
So is Bao.
yeah.
This is why Dandy is good, guys. Dandy is good because sometimes you play in a campaign with Nick.
Sometimes
Specifically.
you want to fly an airship, and that's why Dandy's good.
I'm never gonna live that one down.
Never.
Oh, absolutely not. 'Cause it's
It
funny
made
as hell.
sense in context.
Yeah, but it's funnier out of context.
He introduces the 5 pack masters. This is Ungrul, Jivnar, Morvivius, Tansdaken, and Alfava Krimmeltuck.
That would be thy name.
Group photo?
I do not have a group photo.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's
The best I could probably do is just open his picture up 5 times.
oh they okay. They're all the same.
Well, there are slight differences to each of them. I just do not have pictures for each.
One of them's all white with some red sort of emblem.
And some of them are ink purple, I guess. But as he takes his position in the center of the group, we wish to get your assistance in dealing with various problems with the city of Ko.
Okay.
We have interests in the city, and it has been long ruined for too long. And we wish to assist you in your campaign against the Prince of Wolves.
Sure.
Hey Matt, what do I need to do to recall knowledge on these guys' beef with the Prince of Wolves Society?
Society would do it. You could aim for demon lore as well.
Would it be a 4 points lower DC with demon lore?
It would be a lower DC with demon lore.
4 points or more?
Make your decision.
I'll roll with demon lore because I don't get to use it too often.
Good choice.
Good choice.
Yeah, no, that's a fantastic choice.
Tell me the Prince of Wolves' social security number, actually.
Just does the Pathfinder thing. From what you've learned in conversations with others and the little bits of research you've managed to do about the Prince of Wolves, you've known about his ambitions for a while now, but he very much seems like a conqueror in a lot of ways. But he also seems obsessed with this idea of taking extraplanar realms and folding them into his own hell plane.
Yeah.
Kind of just attaching them to the edges and, you know, kind of corrupting them as they go along.
Yeah.
And you know that he has visions of even doing this to various areas of the material plane.
You mean the universe?
Yes?
Sorry.
Galarian?
Sometimes I gotta be a little bit snarky.
Yeah, just
Technically, it's
a
no
little bit.
longer the material plane; it's the universe.
The prime material?
That's in the orc, it's the universe.
Yeah. But you have a vague inclination that because of how the witch weirds here have control over Ketapesh and tend to travel often with extraplanar locations, it's entirely possible that the Prince of Wolves has Ketapesh targeted.
Okay. Chill.
And considering the army he was able to kind of get together at short notice, it could be a legitimate danger for him.
Well, I mean, listen, Illustrana beefs with demon lords. They're her least favorite kinds of people.
Now, as the Packmasters of Ketapesh, we wish to establish better diplomatic relations with the people of Ko. And we would like you to be our envoys and our agents in these diplomatic relations.
Interesting. You
sus.
choose the leaders of another realm to be your agents.
Yes, would it not make more sense that you pick people who could better understand and represent your interests?
Well, we are not warriors. True, we have vast stores of magic at our disposal, but the people of Ko do not want to see a show of force. They want to show people that they can trust. Heroes, adventurers, people of reputation. And a good reputation at that.
Heroes, adventurers, man, they've come to the wrong place.
Oh my goodness, does my reputation precede me? Wow.
You're pretty much an envoy for the Queen of the Elves.
Yeah. It is true.
We also feel that this is beneficial for you, because as we understand it, there are several of the cards from the Deck of Destiny within the city of Ko.
Okay.
So, what cards you find there are yours to keep. We of the Packmasters do not want to interrupt such things.
Generally how finders keepers. Wait. Is he genuinely telling us that if we find these cards, we're allowed to keep them as if they have any claim to them?
Well, it's more they're not going to dispute them.
I mean, they are
They
within
wouldn't get an
their
opportunity
realm.
to. As soon as we get the cards, we disappear. There's nothing they can do about it.
More to the
they
point.
even
just
if-
an envoy.
Even if they hadn't asked us to do any of this stuff, we would have teleported to the cards anyways.
They could have sent us an envoy. complained about it in our throne room.
They also don't seem to want the cards.
Yeah, well, neither does Pow.
Illustrana will give them all a respectful nod and say, "Well, we are honored to undertake this this mission for you, and we hope that our interests can be served, and we can oppose the Prince of Wolves and his allies together."
As it should be.
Do they all say that in sync?
Yes. I'm not going to do the multi-voice thing. No one likes that. Mostly because I don't have
the voice thing.
the vocal effect thing to do it.
Oh. Next time, then.
Now, if you go to Ko as to serve your interests and ours, we of the Pack Masters are more than happy to assist you in the future with your other endeavors to collect these cards.
Okay.
It would be most appreciated.
I wonder, what is your knowledge on automatons?
Well, in recent years, we have become quite adept at the use of servitors and other unseen servants.
Interesting. That might be useful.
Well, as a means of sealing the pact, he goes off to one of the other witch weirds, and they produce a card from their coat.
Oh, dude, they're giving us another one? These people love us.
Man, this is easy. Now I can just use interplanar teleport, and we've just got 2 cards, and we don't have to do anything.
We can believe in the heart of the cards at any time.
Absolutely.
I'm so tempted to do
Oh,
that.
the marriage!
And yes, he produces the marriage.
Well, then,
it's very
let's go to
symbolic
Illustrana then.
considering.
Do.
And with this card, the pact is sealed. The pact is sealed.
I have no idea what this would produce back home.
And with that, I'm going to leave the session there.
Okay, dokie.
With the pact
Alright.
sealed between you.
So,
I love that you were so
Illustrana gets to
resistant to
use this,
Drustin, but these guys kind of show up and like, here, have some cards, and you're like, okay, we'll make deals with you. Jeez.
yeah,
They are
you know they're shifty.
evil.
Like, they're shifty, but they're shifty for a reason.
And also, they oppose demons.
I'm
Like,
The world is
We know-
sorted into 2 categories: those who oppose demons and those who ally with them.
Yeah, Bao, how are you feeling about all this?
terrible.
Yeah.
like the other guy's like, oh, we'll become friends so that you guys can't stop us from doing the things that we're gonna do. Where these guys are, we'll become friends, we'll give you stuff, and we'll get some stuff out of it in the end as well. We know exactly what they want. They want to exert influence over Ko and use us to do it.
Yeah. So they don't have
Like-
to. Yeah.
And then all we go is like, yeah, so you guys don't owe them anything. We would have done this had you guys just straight up asked.
Well, with our heroes having dealt with some of the repercussions of the attack on Harrowheart and discovered a little bit of extra information, it seems that they're making enemies and allies all across the multiverse. But if you want to know what happens next to our heroes as they journey into the lost city of Ko, you'll have to join us next week at 5:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time, where we'll be continuing Stolen Fate for Pathfinder 2nd Edition by Paizo Publishing and presented by Tabletop Obscura. We're probably going to raid into the Dwarf Down Under, because I'm pretty sure he's streaming. I don't know what he's doing at the moment, though.
TOV, probably.
Probably. All right,
Warlong Fallen Dynasty.
Ah, he's probably trying to finish it before it leaves the Games Pass. But the VOD for this will be up in about 48 hours. I do apologize for the scuff with tonight.
As explained at the start of the stream, companies constantly trying to shove, quote, AI, quote, shit into their products is bad.
Thanks, Nvidia.
Like, I know I'm just one streamer, but if I sounded good tonight, I'm probably never going to use broadcast again. And when it comes to my next graphics card, probably going to look outside of Nvidia for it as well. Like, I don't know what they're trying to pull here. It's not like there isn't options.
AMDs are great. I've got an AMD. It cooks.
Look, as long as it's with the
Intel's
ASUS,
not bad either.
as long as it's with the ASUS brand, because I like ASUS, they tend to do solid chipsets. I'm not really keen on the whole Republic of Gaming chipsets because they just seem fancy for the sake of being fancy, but their motherboards are solid. But regardless, apologies about the scuff. I've been a bit discombobulated with trying to get all this sorted and settled, so thank you everyone for joining us regardless. But the VOD for this will be up in about 48 hours, as always. All that said, I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good week, no matter where you are in the world. And remember, as always, we're the storytellers. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Love yourself.
Aww.